So, what do you do if you're out hiking in the woods and all of a sudden you realize that you're lost? You have no shelter, it's cold, it's windy, maybe there's a storm moving in. What do you do? Well, stick around and I'm going to show you how to build this shelter with no tools in no time. Depending on where you're at, exposure can kill you within anywhere from a few days to just a few minutes. Having shelter is key to survival. It may not always be the first, but it's one of the 4. Do you know the 4 basic needs in a survival situation? If so, put them in the comments. Let's see if you're right. Shelter's 1. I gave you that one. Shelter's 1. Let's see if you know the other 3. As a side note, I just want to add that I built this shelter in an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that was filming everything. If you've ever had to film everything while you're doing it, you know it takes longer, so keep that in mind. If you haven't already figured it out, we're going to be building a debris shelter. It's super simple, but it is super effective, and it will keep you warm. It'll keep the wind off of you. It will even keep the rain off of you, and it might just save your life. So the first thing you want to do is find a flat spot, maybe somewhere that's got a natural wind barrier. Anything to help you will be great. This is the area that I'm working in right now. It doesn't have too much for a windbreak, but you got to do what you got to do. Just remember to keep an eye out for things that will help you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start piling up a few leaves and some soft debris that I find in the center of where I want to build my shelter. This will create a layer between you and the ground, keeping the ground from sucking the body heat out of you. Now that part's done, I want to start finding sticks, anything on the ground. It's more difficult for me because I am a taller person, so I have to make my shelter a little bit bigger to accommodate my body. Let's go find some sticks. Quick survival tip: if you're working in the cold and you start to feel like you're going to sweat, take a layer off. When you sweat, your skin and your clothes become moist, and then that moisture becomes cold and it sucks the heat away from your body even faster. So take it off. When you start to chill down again, put it back on. I want to start by building the frame. The opening is going to be almost like an A-frame, and then it's going to have a spine that goes down the back, and we're going to stack sticks up along that. So to start my A, I found 2 pieces, kind of Y sticks, and I want them to interlock as best as they can. And you see, this is going to be my door. Now I have to find a stick for the spine that will go the entire length. Now that I have the basic frame, it's time to start stacking sticks all the way up. So now that we have the main framework finished up, we're going to start packing in little sticks all around this. So now that we've got basically everything covered in sticks, it's time to cover it all in leaves and other debris. Anything you can find, throw it on top of it now. You want it to be thick. As you can see, I had to put the coat back on. It's a little chilly, but that's okay because our debris shelter is finished. All right, the way you get into the debris shelter is kind of like putting on a pair of pants. You put both legs in, you push. So. It's tight, but it's supposed to be. All right. I can already feel that the wind is not hitting me, which is great. You'll notice all of the leaves that I have piled up out here. That's my door. You want to grab them and pull them up to you. All right, so as you can see, it's pretty dang dark in here. I had to leave the top of my door open just to get some light. But that's what you want. It's real windy outside. I can't feel any wind in here, which is great. So that's half the battle. It's really tight, but that means it'll help keep you warm. It'll help concentrate your body heat. Still see my breath. I don't know if you can, but I can. All in all, it's a great little survival shelter. Knowing how to do this really could save your life. This is actually a bomb-proof shelter build. Because this, yes, it's a temporary shelter, but it can be a temporary shelter for days and days. I mean, a few weeks. I guarantee you that in 6 months, this shelter will still be standing. And in fact, I'm going to leave it here and we're going to come back in the spring and see what it looks like with no maintenance at all whatsoever. Well, guys, if you like the video, give me the thumbs up. And if you want to learn one of the other necessities, the one of the other 4 survival needs, check out this video.